bad. This is the worst movie we've seen for Real Talk to date.
You think it was worse than
everything? And
really?
Tom Hanks is in 2 bad movies that I've seen in the last
That's really disappointing.
2 months, which is insane. Felicity Jones was not that good.
I thought she was good. She was just a bad person. I think I might be biased when it comes to Felicity Jones. There's so much potential in that movie, though.
I just feel like the historical undertones, the religious undertones, the CGI was good.
It was good.
Hans Zimmer, amazing. I feel like anytime I bring up a good score, I say Hans Zimmer, and then that was what I want.
Yeah.
And was in that movie. The plot was absolutely god awful.
It was Well, the villain was horrible. He was stupid.
Just oh my gosh, the twist was the twist happened, and honestly, there were 2 old people that left.
They just left
before the movie ended.
Before the credits rolled, they were done.
Oh, like way before the credits rolled. They didn't care to see how it wrapped up at all.
No, I just thought it was. I don't know.
I seemed like really stressed out.
It was like you filled it. So you got a glass and you filled it up with water, and you were like, "This is gonna be refreshing," and you immediately spilled it, and there's water everywhere, and you didn't get to drink any of it.
And it's not half full.
And it's not half full.
It's half empty.
For sure.
That's my review on
pessimistic.
This film. Half empty movie.
Not good.
All right. Well, I guess same time next week.
Same time, 4:00, 4:30. If you want to come see the stars, that's us.
All right, man. Bye.
So,
hold on. Sorry.
Just know it's fine. Take your time. So, who are you for Halloween?
I am Donnie Azoff from The Wolf of Wall Street.
You're not gonna ask me who I am.
Who are you, Tyler?
I'm Tyler Durden.
Fight Club.
Tyler Durden Burke is my name tonight. That was bad.
Yeah.
So 2 days after we saw Inferno, how you feel?
I still don't feel great about it.
I think it's by far the worst movie we've seen for Real Talk.
The worst movie we've seen. So you think it was worse than Masterminds?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I laughed during Masterminds. During this, I was supposed to feel some sort of way, and all I felt was frustrated.
That's rough.
I know. And
I didn't think it was that bad.
The plot was so... Anyway...
We'll get there.
We'll get there, but it's just... It was... The best way I can put it, for those who haven't seen it, is an adult Blue's Clues meets M. Night Shyamalan meets National Treasure. Like, that's the...
yeah, and we don't even, get that many clues.
Oh, and when you do get a clue, Tom Hanks will tell you. It's a very patronizing movie. One of the key parts of making a good movie, I feel like, is to show, not to tell. Like, if you do something and then you have a line of dialogue explaining what you do, it's very redundant.
Okay, but would you have been able to read all the cursive on the back of
Dante's Mask?
Dante's Mask.
Okay, maybe that's different. But
you need a little help.
But
I do understand what you're saying.
There's one time where they found a hidden door, and one of the characters is like, "Oh, a hidden door!"
Obviously we're walking through a hidden door at the moment.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Or they were climbing out of a ledge, and he was like, "Here, I will get your foot now and boost you up." It was just so...
Oh, yeah. No, Tom Hanks just says, "I got your foot."
Yeah, while he already had it.
Had it in his hand.
So let's get into some scores.
Right.
I'm about to butcher this thing.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
I'm just going to let you go, honestly.
I gave Entertainment a 4.
All right. I gave Entertainment a 6 only because I like puzzle movies.
This was a bad puzzle movie.
It was a bad puzzle movie, though. But still, for the first half, it was okay, and then the last quarter was okay.
I will say
there is a good fourth of the movie that is bad.
I will say that the last maybe 20 minutes are pretty entertaining.
They're pretty fun.
Other than that, it was after they figure everything out and then the climax. I mean, I'm not going to tell you obviously what happens, but that part was decent. It wasn't anything special, but it was decent.
But I mean, I had a little bit of fun in the movie.
So
I think I liked it the most out of the whole Real Talk team, though.
Yeah, no, you're definitely the most warm to it. For cinematic, I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 6. because you'll see kind of in the trailers there's like the hell scenes, and I thought those were done really well. They were really graphic and everything.
The
really
CGI for like when they, he kind of has these, he has this head trauma, and he has these visions constantly throughout the movie. And there's one where it's kind of like a medieval knight, because he's looking at a Renaissance painting of all these knights or something, and that was all done well. There was some drone shots like in the first initial chase scene that you see. That was cool. But I mean, it just was. There were some things that it was just very basic Ron Howard
stuff,
cinematography.
Yeah, there's like they do kind of like these TED Talk type things, and it just wasn't done well.
I agree.
I didn't feel like it was a TED Talk.
There's like no movie that has ever done that well, except for, oddly enough, Civil War.
Yeah, which doesn't seem like a movie that would do that well.
Yeah, but Robert.
But they did a good job with that.
Yeah, exactly. So for plot.
I'm gonna go. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go.
Right, so I gave it a 4 because it's not a very good plot. I don't have much else to say about it. What did you give it?
I gave it a 2. Honestly, I feel like that's being very generous.
That's the lowest score probably that we'll ever have for plot.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was convoluted. It had things that shouldn't have been there. There were things that it was lacking. It was out of chronological order. It was confusing. It was so bad. I mean, it's by far the worst part of the film overall was just the story of it.
And it ended up messing. And I don't think it's the actual like story's fault.
Yeah, I bet in book form. So this is obviously based on.
Dan Brown probably did a really good job.
Yeah, this is the third. So it was Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, then Inferno.
Yeah.
I still think that this would probably be the weakest book. I mean, if this thing stayed anything true to how the book is,
I just think it would have been more detailed, and it would have ended up being better than better than the book.
It was so, and then also it's like save the world, and I hate movies where like that's the goal. I mean, it just seems
so cliche,
right? And it just makes it
easy. It's like too easy to make it a good plot, or not. Well, they didn't make it a good plot, but it's too easy to come up with.
I mean, I just thought that the plot. I could go on for hours about it. For acting, I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5. It was so average.
And that's so. Tom Hanks and Felicity Jones are obviously very talented.
But they didn't wow me with anything. Tom Hanks did okay, but that's one of the weakest performances.
I think since the dialogue was so, like I said, in your face, explaining everything.
They didn't give him like a chance to act.
Right. It was just basically like, you can't make. It's the Star Wars, like it's the prequel thing. I bet Hayden Christensen's not a bad actor, but the dialogue that he was given was so bad, and it's the same thing in this. Obviously, they're both great actors. I mean, I'm really excited to see Felicity in Rogue One, and I think she'll kill it. And obviously, Tom Hanks is...
Anything Tom Hanks is in, I'll watch.
Yeah, like, best actors of our generation. But it was by far the worst. I mean, it was worse than Sully, I would say. By far the worst Tom Hanks performance I've seen in a long time.
I think it was a worse movie than Sully was, but I was more entertained by this than I was by Sully. But you weren't into it.
Absolutely not.
You weren't feeling it.
For score, this was like the saving grace of it for me.
Of the film.
So I constantly make references to Hans Zimmer being like the epitome of a good, I guess composer for movie scores. This was done by Hans Zimmer, and in classic Hans Zimmer fashion, nailed it. I mean, it's not on the level of Interstellar with the organ music, or
it wasn't like life-changing,
or like with Inception, where there's some just pieces from Interstellar that are almost like iconic now. But it was good, and it was by far the best part of the movie. It's kind of similar with Girl on a Train. To me, that the whole movie was bad, but the score kind of was at least entertaining to listen to. So my super score was 4.6.
Mine was a 5.8. I'm pretty happy with that.
I honestly think I might take an executive decision and chop off that 0.6 and just give it a. I can do that.
No, you can't, Mike.
Yes, I can.
This came untied.
This is
Done with this.
This movie is so bad. I'm shopping my. You know what? Math doesn't. I'll never sit out well with me anyway. This movie gets a 4 from me, a 4, and then 2 thumbs down. I hated it. I wish I could have left early.
So why? Oh, like the old people that did.
The old people, yeah, they did leave.
They had enough. They weren't even.
They probably thought it was so blasphemous too. I mean, they're from a different generation. Seeing all that hell stuff probably sparked some fire and brimstone in them.
Yeah, they probably talked the whole way home about how poor it was.
Jake, has something been bothering you recently?
Yes.
Welcome to the Shredder.
So, okay, so I rewatched the Doctor Strange trailer, and something that has come up quite a few times in Marvel movies came up again, and it is this horrible idea of forced comedy, which I hate so much. It has ruined, well, it hasn't ruined, because I still like the movies, but it has ruined every scene that it's been in every Marvel movie. It's not necessary. It's never been needed. There's no sort of comic relief like that in real life. And I don't care how sarcastic Robert Downey Jr. is, or how sarcastic Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man are supposed to be. They're not that sarcastic when they're in serious situations. That's just not how it works. Comedic relief is not always needed. Some dramatic situations should stay dramatic. You don't need to add a cheesy one-liner every single time. And it's just, it really irks me. And now with Doctor Strange, which is this very serious type thing, this whole world of magic that we have no sort of explanation of, and then he picks up this piece of paper and it's the Wi-Fi password because they're not savage. Shut up, Tyler. Because they're savages or what? Not savages. You are savages for putting in that stupid sack of comedic bull baloney. It is so obnoxious and so horrific that I can't do it anymore. It's really starting to get to me. I really don't like it.
Let's talk about some news. I feel like you should probably hit us with this first one because...
I'll hit you with it.
Okay.
All right, so obviously a big spoiler.
Spoiler alert!
So if you are a fan of The Walking Dead and you haven't seen
The Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead.
You said The Walking Dead.
I did say The Walking Dead.
If you walk The Walking Dead...
That's embarrassing.
Okay, well, just keep going.
Personality. So pretty big character was killed off. Glenn, he's dead now. I have no emotional investment to this character whatsoever.
Glenn
a lot.
Was it
seasons 1 through 3/4?
And they're on 7 now, so...
So, I don't know what he did in the past, but he's gone.
He's gone, and that's apparently a big deal for...
That's about it, though. As far as TV goes, we're kind of like middle of fall television.
Right. I mean, it's just getting a little stagnant. We're kind of in mid-season for a lot of stuff. Things are rounding out. I love Pixar.
Yeah.
You love Pixar.
I love Pixar.
What was your favorite Pixar movie growing up?
Growing up, or just like overall?
Just in general.
I really love Ratatouille.
Ratatouille's good. I'd probably say my favorite is The Incredibles. And that's why I wanted to mention Incredibles 2 has been pushed up to 2018.
That's still a long way away.
And then Toy Story 4 has been pushed back to 2019.
Hopefully they cancel it, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think we're done with that story, Toy Story.
The Toy Story. Because there's not much else we can do. We've done it all.
Right.
They've all almost died, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That was a very heart-wrenching scene.
That was tough.
But I'm super excited for The Incredibles 2, and I think they're getting everyone back. I mean, the only person that I feel like that wouldn't have come back that would have been maybe busy would have been Samuel L.
Yeah, but he does everything.
Yeah, so he's totally. I'm super excited. Hopefully, they keep Pixar movies so under locks until you actually see them.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what it's
going to be. Do you think they'll go with the drill guy because he's the?
No, I don't think so.
Or
I think that was just like a throwaway.
With him
maybe.
With them beating him.
I don't know. I think that was just a throwaway thing.
Do like the 12 years. That it's going to be by the time it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's
Will
going to be
Dash
set
be
in the.
grown up?
Yeah, I don't know. He might be in high school or something. I don't know. I have no idea. They can go really a bunch of different ways with it.
Definitely.
Another Disney, well, Marvel,
Oh,
Disney.
Disney owns everything.
Right.
They probably own Dan Brown too.
They probably made Inferno. Doctor Strange opened to an 86 million international gross, which is killing it.
Yeah, and this is gonna be exciting.
Because
It's gonna be the best movie we've seen easily.
I'm so.
It's not like it doesn't have to do much to be the best movie we've seen.
That's true. That's really not a
But-
tall order, to be completely frank.
Well, I don't think it'll stay up there very long as the best movie we've seen though.
Really?
Because Arrival comes the week after.
That's true, but I mean.
And I just don't think a Marvel movie will be up to the standards that Arrival is.
See, you're not as big into the Marvel.
I've tapered off.
That's like the one thing. That's my biggest guilty pleasure is all these superhero movies, and especially with Marvel. I mean, who doesn't work in the industry that's any remotely good that's not in a Marvel movie?
I know they are spending a lot of money.
Like they even have Rachel McAdams, Benedict Cumberbatch,
Natalie Portman's pretty much like.
Chiwetel,
Yeah.
Chiwetel.
I mean,
don't know.
they got them all.
Tilda Swinton, who I would normally think would probably not do a movie like this.
No, because she's very like
Artsy and refined.
She probably likes Broadway more than she likes the movies.
This movie is above her, I would say. Below her.
Below her.
Or maybe above her. We'll find out.
It's all flipped upside down.
That's true.
We'll have no idea. We'll have
my
no
gosh,
sort of sense of reality after this movie.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm done with these bad movies. I'm ready for.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think Inferno obviously capped your bad movie limit.
Yeah, I'm glad. I guess it's glad that we ended on something so horribly bad.
So we can only go up from here.
That is true. Ain't no mountain high enough for real talk.
No, valley
You
low
wanna
enough.
sing it with me?
Ain't no
No.
mountain. Okay.
So are you excited for Doctor Strange?
I'm pretty stoked for Doctor Strange. I think it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good too. The CGI looks.
The CGI looks crazy. I
So
saw.
good.
Yeah, I was watching a trailer for it earlier today. It just looks so cool.
Chiwetel.
Chiwetel. Yeah, I hope it doesn't go like.
Tilda Swinton. Did you?
Is
know
that
she's
the White Witch from Narnia?
Yeah, she's the bald monk, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, very androgynous looking.
I don't know.
Who else is in it?
Benedict Cumberbatch, obviously.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Does he have a love interest? I'm not really sure.
Rachel Adams.
I don't actually know much about the Doctor Strange story.
Rachel Adams is his love interest. She's like a nurse. Because he was a
'cause
brilliant
he's a surgeon.
neuroscientist of some sort.
Yeah.
He loses the ability to work with his hands, and instead they offer him the opportunity to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Dang.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big responsibility.
It is a big responsibility, especially because magic doesn't exist. So.
It's gonna be good.
It is going to be good.
I feel like I'm gonna get like motion sickness or.
Oh, yeah.
Because it looks pretty gnarly.
It's going to be like, what's the movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and he walks across the towers?
What was the Walk or The Wire?
The Walk. It's called The Walk.
The Walk.
And
Wire's-
apparently people were getting motion sickness during that movie.
Yeah.
And throwing up because they just were getting so sick of like just seeing that stuff. Mads Mikkelsen as the main antagonist. I'm guessing he's going to be some sort of warlock or something.
Yeah, or like the kind of a Batman situation where he was like part of that like tribe thing and then goes rogue.
Right. He was in Hannibal, and I think most people would know him as
Casino Royale.
Le Chief.
Yeah, dude who bleeds tears.
Bleeds tears. Bleeds tears?
Or is it Tears of Blood?
Tears of Blood? I don't know. We might not have said that correctly.
I don't actually know.
No, I always enjoy these little Sunday drives we go on.
I know, they're nice. They're nice. It's good to talk about things.
You look nice too, man.
Hey man, thanks. You look like you need a shower, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, I had a rough weekend. But
Yeah.
that's what we'll be seeing next week.
Yeah, it should be good.
Everyone tune in.
Should be good.
Real
Hopefully,
talk.
yeah, it'll be our first good movie of the year.
First good movie of the year. And I hope everyone comes by and sees our review Wednesday at 12.
Wednesday at noon.
Wednesday at noon, not Wednesday at midnight.
No.
we'll see you there.